Thinking about buying a home in Halifax, let's talk about how much it's actually going to cost you. We're going to be with Royal LePage Atlantic, so make sure you follow along and press the subscribe button for all my tips and tricks and market trends that are going on here in the Halifax area. So, cost of buying a home here in Halifax. The average home price in Halifax right now is $585,000. So just for video purposes and to make it easy, we're going to round it up to $600,000. Biggest cost we have so far is the down payment. Now, right now, the minimum required down payment is 5% up to $500,000. Then anything from $500,000 to 1.5 million is going to be 10% and 20% on anything over 1.5 million. So let's say you're buying a home for 600,000, you're going to be paying 5% down payment on that first 500,000 and then 10% on that last 100,000. Make sense? So using our example of the $600,000 house, the total down payment for that would be $35,000. So next is the deposit, and normally I see anything from $1,000 to $15,000 depending on the size of the property and things like that. This is normally due during or right at the end of your condition period, so about 2 weeks you can expect to pay that. The deposit money is held in trust, and then on closing it's transferred over and actually applied towards your down payment. Third is the deed transfer tax. Now this is a surprising one for a lot of people. The deed transfer tax in HRM is 1.5% of the purchase price. In our example of the $600,000 house, you'd be paying $9,000 in deed transfer tax. This is due upon closing, and sadly for any out-of-province buyers, it is 10% of the purchase price, and there is a few exemptions in there. I'll post the link below and you guys can check it out if you're an out-of-province buyer. Next, we've got home inspections. The average price for a basic home inspection is about $550. Now, depending on the age and the location of the house, you may want to consider a few extra inspections. For example, if the house is on municipal services and it's around 30 years old or older, you definitely would want to consider a sewer scope. That can be a costly expense, and you are responsible for the pipes from the road to your residence, so that's a good thing to get checked out before closing. If you're in a more rural area, you most likely have a well and septic. I always recommend that my clients get a septic inspection, well recovery test, and a water quality test. The government recommends that you test your well water for bacteria every 6 months, which I'm sure all of you do. They also recommend that you test for chemical contaminants every 2 years, so make sure you put that on your to-do list. It's always good to know what you're drinking. Anytime I have buyers looking at buying a property, I always double check the radon map just to see if the area is high, medium, or low risk for radon. And then if it's in the high risk or medium risk, I always bring it to their attention, even in the low risk, and just say, hey, this might be something you want to consider. The test is a 3-day test, usually costs around $200. Radon is a dangerous thing and you can get seriously sick, so different inspectors offer different things, so make sure you do your research, different strokes for different folks. Moving right along here, legal fees. So just to sum that all up, you're looking at about $400 for a septic inspection, about $550 for a well test, and you're looking at about $200 if you need that radon test, plus about $500, $550 for the home inspection. Sounds like a lot, but honestly, this could save you big. As soon as I get that inspection report back and I see there's some big ticket items on there, I'm calling around, I'm getting quotes, I'm seeing how much these things are gonna cost, and a lot of the time I can negotiate it into the deal and either get money back for these items or get the seller to do the work. We can work it a lot of different ways, so really worth doing these checks, because as soon as it closes, there's not much I can do after that. So better to find out now so that I have the negotiating power than to find out after, and there's not much we can do. The last one we're looking at is legal fees. You want to set aside about $2,500 for this just to be safe. All the lawyers I know, the cheapest one I know, the best priced lawyer I know is $800. The most I've ever seen is $1,500. So there's that, and then your adjustments. You could have some tax adjustments, oil tank adjustments, things like that. So just to be safe, I would plan in about $2,500 for your legal fees. A few honorable mentions, I guess, would be moving costs, boxes, etc., utilities, things like that. You didn't hear me mention realtor fees. That's because there isn't any. Normally, in mostly all cases, the seller pays for the buyer's realtors, so it's like a free service. It's a free service. I save you money every time. Motto is, if I'm not making you the most money or keeping the most money in your pocket, you'll never use me, you'll never come back, and you're never gonna recommend me to your friends or family. So it's bad business all the way around. Now, if you'd like a more detailed breakdown and you're not really a video person and you want something hard copy that you can print off, send me an email, give me a call, send me a text, whatever it is. I have a PDF version. I'll put the link below so you can download it. I'm gonna be making this book was so that I could cut out all the crap and just get down to the really nitty-gritty. Give this to all of my first-time home buyers as a great resource. I'm shocked at the positive feedback I've got. They've highlighted things, they've circled it. Just tried to cut out all the crap. And when you come into my office or when you get a phone call from me and you're a first-time home buyer, it really sounds like a lot of information. I'm gonna give you so much information. Sometimes it's hard to digest it and you just need to go home, have something to reference back to. Sometimes you always don't wanna watch a video, you just wanna flip to the page. So if you're looking for a good resource like that, I'll put the link below so you guys can download it and have at it. So just to wrap it up, for our $600,000 house, you're gonna be paying about $48,000 in closing costs. I know that sounds like a lot and it's gonna scare a lot of people, but that's for a $600,000 home. I just did that so you could kind of see an average. There's definitely homes in the area that go for less. If you're looking to get a really great deal, you can reach out to me. I live to get the best deals. Don't miss out. Thanks so much for watching. Morgan Beeman at Royal LePage Atlantic. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button below.